You're a good spinner.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Young Living. Ben Riley, Mary Young here. Mary, how are you?
I'm great.
You're looking great in orange. It's orange season, it feels like.
It's summer still.
Yeah,
I'm taking advantage.
The tail end of summer. Hopefully,
it's so beautiful out there.
It is perfect weather. Kids, I think, are back in school, which means some of you have your sanity back, although those of you homeschooling are maybe losing some of that sanity too.
So too.
Busy time of year, but it's so great to have you join us this morning. Mary, we had a great week last week.
We had a spectacular week.
One of my favorites.
You know, it was interesting. So many people were afraid of the air quality, and there was a fire somewhere. I never did know where. I never did see it. But I told them, when you go to the farm, the sun's going to be shining and it's going to be 80 degrees and it's going to be fabulous. And it was. We all had a fabulous, fabulous time, and nobody experienced what they were talking about.
Yeah, it was an amazing week. We're speaking of Gold Retreat. If you didn't know, we had all of our golds in Spokane, Washington, and the St. Mary's Farm, our first ever farm, 31 years old now.
31 years old.
Mary, you helped build that farm.
92.
Yeah.
Was when Gary bought it.
Yeah.
And I saw it for the first time in 93.
The first ever Young Living farm. And you know what? It is spectacular.
It is.
It's just an incredibly beautiful setting.
Well, our farm team has taken such immaculate care.
Yeah.
Everything just works so beautifully. And now with that steam generator, oh my goodness gracious, that's something to see.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you've actually been to our St. Mary's farm. It's our first ever. It's one of the most beautiful. People always ask a favorite farm. Mary, you said it best, but it's like, how do you pick a favorite? But St. Mary's is just incredible.
And it's the smallest of all the farms.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. It was a beautiful little dream that Gary had in 1992, and seeing the realization of it today. It's every acre is planted thanks to our gold leaders who helped us do that last week. And it was a perfect day.
Yeah. It was so funny when he moved his operation to Utah. The first thing he started thinking about was a farm. And he said, Mary, I have to have a farm here. Let's go looking. And so we drove here and there and everywhere. And we found what we have today, but it's like 5, 6, 7 times bigger than St. Mary's. It's amazing.
We have I did the math recently. We have over, I think it's 40,000 acres that are planted botanicals that we own as part of our own farms, not to mention our partner farms. So we started out as farmers first.
Absolutely.
That was really Gary wanted to be able to manage it from seed to seal, which is what we have today. And that vision and frankly, the hard work and sacrifice that went into every one of those farms.
Yeah.
When you go and see that on display, you realize what a powerful legacy we have.
Well, you have to wonder if everybody said, where does that come from? Anything. The world would be very different.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take things for granted. You wouldn't just go to the store and buy it. And Gary said, I want to know where oils come from. I want to know how they're made. It was a no-brainer for him because he grew up farming.
It changes everything when you know where your food comes from, where your oils come from, and realizing and seeing the earth from whence they come is really quite powerful.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to be a part of it. So really great week last week at Gold Retreat. I'm always impressed. I'm so impressed, Mary, with our gold leaders.
I haven't had that much fun in a long time.
Yeah. I saw you dancing there. Yes. We had some live music.
Oh, it was fun. And they love to dance.
Yeah. Well, we love to have a good time when we're together.
Oh,
we went river rafting, which is an old Gary activity. He used to love to do that with our gold and platinum leaders. And it's always an adventure. I got really wet. I had prune hands the entire time, all like 2.5 hours, because for some reason everybody was getting me wet. I was the victim, Mary. I was not the perpetrator. I want you to know. I wasn't getting.
Well, you kind of advertised that you like to get people wet.
I do. I can't help it.
And so they decided to beat you to the punch.
Oh, it's so much fun. We had such a great time. Let us know if you're working towards a retreat. They're absolutely worth it. Gold Retreat is life-changing. In fact, I had a number of our diamonds, the Royal Crowns, who said gold changed everything for me. I really love hearing those stories.
Well, what's fun is I had so many who said they're going to Platinum Club.
Yeah.
Wow, they're going to go to Ecuador, and I got really excited.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you can get to gold, you can get to platinum, and you can get to diamond. It's a really powerful skill, the leadership skill of getting to gold.
Well, one step at a time,
great.
as long as you're moving, you will eventually get there.
That's right. Absolutely right. And you're all running your own race. I know sometimes we like to compare, but you know what?
No.
Your race is your race, and we celebrate it, whatever it is. I saw a silver retreat for one of you. We can't wait to host you at these retreats. They really are life-changing experiences.
It's your race against yourself.
That's right. That's the way it always works. And we try to compare, but you know what? It really is you're running your own race, and we're here to celebrate and run alongside you every step of the way.
Yeah, it was a great time.
So we've got a really great call today, Mary. We actually are going to get a chance to hear from Katie Hofstetter. She's one of our platinum leaders, movers and shakers. She was in the top 25 of the Kona Challenge that we just wrapped up, and also was at Gold Retreat. So we spent last week with Katie. We get to see her and hear from her again today. She's an amazing lady, an amazing leader, an amazing trainer. And so I'm excited to hear from her. We're also going to celebrate all of your success. So Delilah Smith is here to talk a little bit more about retreats. So we're excited about that.
Excited to hear what's happening.
Me too. Just a reminder, this is the last week of August. It's amazing how this time flies.
What happened? It was just the end of July.
Isn't it crazy?
Oh my goodness.
Just a couple of more days left in this month. We wanted to remind you that the Ready to Grow Cultivate 2 August prize, you still have the rest of this month to qualify for that. So you share Young Living with 2 enrolling customers or brand partners with a first-time order on loyalty of 100 PV or more, and you'll earn a free exclusive Young Living diffuser bundle, including White Angelica and White Light essential oils. Mary, White Angelica is one you start your day with every day. I know.
Every day. Right here.
Part of that Good Day protocol. Mary talked a bit about what she does. I don't know if anybody takes more of our supplements than does Mary Young. And you know what? It's working. You look great. I had someone say this to me the other day, like, what's Mary's secret? I said, well, she takes, I think, every one of our supplements almost.
Practically. I start my morning that way. I have them up on my dresser in my bedroom, and I have a glass, and I just put some water in it.
Just work through them.
I empty everything out of the capsules. Stir it up and
you put it in the water. Okay, I'm gonna have to try that. I've tried to follow kind of your example here.
Yeah, but I think it's so much gelatin. I don't know if it taxes the liver or not, but I just think, how can you do that to your poor liver every single day? So that's why
it's a lot of pills. I know I take a lot of capsules and a lot of our supplements, and it's a lot just to swallow. So
yeah, it is.
I have to give that a go.
So that's what I do.
I like our water soluble supplements as well. We have heaps of those, including the ICP Daily, the newest repositioning of that.
That's a really big hit.
Yeah, the daily prebiotic fiber now is what we're calling it. I love it. It's great flavor and obviously really good for your gut, which is really important. It does
taste like ICP.
Yeah, I actually love it. It tastes so good. Anyway, I'm digressing. So enroll 2 new customers or brand partners and get this amazing. It's an exclusive diffuser with these 2 amazing oils. Would love for each of you to get that. Also, you can join Rita Morrill tomorrow for an essential oils and kids masterclass. So this class is for everyone. Make sure to invite your team, customers, anyone that's curious about essential oils. And as you're going back to school, as kids are getting back into the swing of things, this is a great training for you to make sure that you are supporting your kids' immune systems, getting them ready for crowds, gatherings, and also helping your kids to be as healthy and happy as possible. So Rita's the best. Would highly recommend that. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. Please invite your teams, and then join us for on October 7th. That's a couple of months away now, although coming up really quickly, not even a couple of months now, a month and a week for our first Young Living Day. Super excited. This Young Living Day will be a holiday edition for the US and Canada. So get ready for a day filled with community, education, and new products for holiday success. You can register now to host an event, and the link we'll put here in the comments. We'd love to have you host or participate. We used to do these as rallies. We're now reprising them as Young Living Days. We're better and smarter than ever. They're going to be super fun.
I like that so much better.
I do too. It's a universal Young Living Days. We also have coming up on the 7th, we're celebrating 10 years in Hong Kong. Really excited about that. Mary, you're going to be at the European Convention.
I am.
It's going to be a busy month, October. That's where all the action is.
It's so busy. It's hard to pick where you're going to be.
Well,
divide and conquer.
That's right. Well, that's what we're doing. I'm going to Hong Kong. You're going to Croatia. We're going to try to get to as many people as possible. We hope you'll be hosting your own Young Living Day. As always, we have these exciting announcements. We'll be setting you up for the holidays and the holiday season, which is
it's coming.
It's coming up, and it's such a great time for our business, for your business. So we want to set you up for success through that Young Living Day on the 7th of October. Hope you're all hosting one or participating in one. Let's see, we've got a couple of success stories we want to share, and then we're going to turn over to Delilah. But just a reminder, on Thursdays, we always post in our Canada and US pages to celebrate your wins for the week. And I've got a couple to share. So I want to share for the US, Kylene Chin. She's an executive from Florida. And this is what Kylene said. She said she had a class in her home after a period of not hosting classes for a while, like many of us have gone through. And one of the new attendees experienced Aroma Ease for the first time. And you know, Aroma Ease is incredible. And she was amazed at the impact, that how much her body calmed and centered. It's like nothing she's ever tried. And of course, she's excited to experience more essential oils and change more lives through essential oils. So Kylene, thanks for sharing. And I love seeing the magic when you get those oils in someone's hands.
You know, Gary developed Aroma Ease with one of the doctors at the University of Utah Medical Center. And they've used it for pre and post-op. And
there's all kinds of really great studies actually on Aroma Ease. I know when they worked on that particular blend. Yeah. Really incredible one. And it's great to see, Kylene, you're making it work for you and your business. Thanks for sharing that.
That's fun.
And then for Canada, Myrna Bustard from Ontario. She's an executive from Ontario. Myrna hosted an event on Friday evening. They had lavender lemonade and made essential oil rollers, glow serum, and room spray, which sounds awesome, Myrna. I want the invite next time.
Oh, that's so fun. I bet they had a blast.
Oh, for sure. These make and takes are so much fun. What a great way to create community and also to share oils, give people a chance to try them out and take something home.
I've heard a lot of people are doing that. It's like around the kitchen table or around the island in the kitchen, doing fun things.
And talking oils. Mary, you always talk about the kitchen table. In fact, I always like to make this point. Mary, we sit around, she has a desk that she's never sat at. Ever. I don't even know why you have it. Maybe it's good for putting a diffuser on. But we do all of our business here at this kitchen table.
Yeah.
And you do your business at a kitchen table. I just think it's powerful when you realize so much.
I'm more comfortable at the table.
No, this is where you built your business when you were building, but this is where we build our business together is around this kitchen table. And I think part of the kitchen table is it's communal. You know, we all sit around and we have conversations and I think it kind of speaks to your leadership style, Mary, where you give everyone a voice and you let everyone be a part of the conversation. Yeah, it is really fun.
Everyone's just, everyone has their own experience and the discoveries they make. I heard amazing things up at Gold Club.
Yeah.
My goodness. And even the stories I was told through a translator from the Japanese members. Oh my goodness gracious, they are having remarkable results.
Yeah, we were just talking about those before we started the call today. So we all have these stories, don't we? I have them, you have them, you all have them. That's what we're here for, these incredible product stories, the way they bless people. When you're sitting around the kitchen table, you can talk about those things. Really, really powerful. So congratulations to Myrna as well as to Kylene. And we appreciate you celebrating your wins with us. And you can always submit your wins through that social post on Thursdays.
I appreciate the fact that they're expanding other people's minds.
That's right. Getting together.
It takes time to bring people into your home and be prepared and do all of that. And I just think it's fabulous what
I do too. And that's ultimately how our business works.
Such respect for all of them who are out there doing that.
So thank you for doing that work. Keep doing it and keep sharing your wins so we can celebrate with all of you. Speaking of wins, Delilah, we've got a lot. And I think you're going to be talking about retreat qualifiers. So without further ado, I want to turn over to this amazing lady, Delilah Smith, who does so much for our business and especially does a great job celebrating all of you. So Delilah, happy Monday, and share with us a bit more about our retreat qualifications.
Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here. Yes, I get to have the opportunity to celebrate our retreat qualifiers. So let me get my screen sharing going and we will get this party started. Okay. All right, so like we said, we're doing the retreat qualifiers. These are the people who qualified in the month of July. Sorry, computer froze there. All right, so we are the retreat qualifiers from the month of July. These are people who did 3 consecutive months at gold, silver, gold, or platinum. However, before I begin, I'd like to start this off by sharing the retreat qualification calendar. This calendar shows the qualification periods that took place this past year. and when the upcoming retreats will be for 2023. Our 2024 calendar will be published in the next couple months once all of our 2023 retreats have come to a close. So for those of you striving to achieve a retreat next year, just know the qualification period does stay the same. It's just the year that changes. All right. And if you're ever looking to find out about the qualification information, we do have this posted on our Young Living website under the company section. And you'll just go to the brand partner recognition page where you can find all of our recognition information, including the retreat qualification information. All right, so moving on, let's celebrate our amazing silver retreat qualifiers from the month of July. We have Linda Stoltzfus, Rebecca Miller, and Susie Stitzman. Congratulations. If you happen to know these three amazing qualifiers, please help me congratulate and celebrate them today. By commenting, or you can go onto social media if you know them and send a huge shout out there. We hope to see you three at the 2024 Silver Retreat. This one takes place here in beautiful Utah at the Mona Farm and Distillery. Moving on to our amazing Gold Retreat qualifiers. Big shout out to Ryan Culbertson from Oklahoma. Congratulations. We hope to see you at the 2024 Gold Retreat, where you get to visit the historic St. Mary's Lavender Farm and Distillery. This is the retreat that Ben and Mary were just talking about. It's an opportunity you don't want to miss. And it is my absolute pleasure to recognize our amazing Platinum Retreat qualifier. Congratulations, Brianna Culbertson from Oklahoma. We truly appreciate everything you're doing and can't wait to celebrate with you at the 2024 Platinum Retreat, where you get to visit the out-of-this-world Ecuador Farm, as well as visit the Young Living Academy. It's also one you don't want to miss. Before I end, as Mary and Ben mentioned, this past week was the 2023 Gold Retreat. There was the Spokane, Washington fire, and a big part of Gold Retreat does take place in Spokane. And unfortunately, it was a devastating fire like most of them are. And I know a lot of you are dealing with fires right now, so our thoughts and our best wishes are going out to each of you. As recognition, I just felt like it was my opportunity and I felt like I should say thank you to any firefighters or first responders on this call, or if you know anyone, we thank you. What you do is not easy, and we appreciate everything that you do. Now, although the Spokane fire did happen, that did not stop the amazing 2023 Gold Retreat from happening. And I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate everyone that had the opportunity to go to Gold Retreat and celebrate and really recognize your achievement and your hard work and dedication. We could not do this without each of you. And that's my time today. Thank you so much for letting me celebrate, and turn time back over to you, Mary and Ben.
Thanks, Delilah. We were talking about, we were really fortunate. We had a lot of rain. The air was great.
A lot of rain. Yeah.
We were really fortunate in Spokane that fires didn't impact us at all. We're very mindful of course, those of you in Maui, those of you in British Columbia. You're in our thoughts and prayers, and of course our foundation and our brand partners have really done a lot to support each other, which is, I think, part of what the Young Living community is all about. That's right. We take care of each other. So it's been really beautiful to see, and also really grateful. The Gold Retreat was amazing. The weather was phenomenal. The air was clear. We just had a great week.
It was fantastic.
Congratulations to the Culbersons, who are working really hard. Brianna and Ryan, that's amazing. Gold and Platinum. Excited for both of you, and excited to have you join us both at Gold Retreat and Platinum Retreat. And want to encourage all of you to keep dreaming and doing. You'll be amazed at what these retreats will do for your spirit, for your soul, and for your personal development. And it starts first by making a decision or having in your mind the dream or the goal that I'm going to achieve silver, gold, or platinum in order to experience these retreats. And the experience you have there at those retreats are beyond compare. So would encourage you to set those sights high, run for them, and join us at these retreats. These retreats are major investments we make in our leaders and all of you, and they're great experiences. So we hope you can join us.
Absolutely.
All right. So we get a chance to hear from one of Young Living's best and brightest. Yeah. And that's, of course, I'm speaking of Katie Hofstetter. Katie is a platinum leader from Maryland. We just, like I said, got to spend some time with her at Gold Retreat, which was amazing. I love Katie. I love the way she leads her business. I love the way she lives her life. And I love the way she represents our business.
And I think she inspired everyone.
She really did. She inspires me every time I talk to her. Part of the reason she inspires me is the way she shows up and hustles in her business. She achieved top 25 for our Kona challenges and is headed to Hawaii with some of her team in October. Katie, that's just another amazing achievement in your career here at Young Living. We're grateful for you and your leadership, and we're excited to hear from you today. So I'm going to turn the time over to Katie Hofstetter.
Thanks, Ben and Mary, and happy Monday to everyone tuning in. As mentioned, I was at Gold Retreat in Spokane this past week, which made me even more excited to be a part of this call this morning. For anyone who has yet to earn a retreat or an incentive trip or even attend convention with Young Living, I urge you to make it happen, because there is truly nothing better than being surrounded by other Young Living brand partners and corporate. And every time I get to experience something like that, I come home with a new sense of purpose and confidence in this company and drive to keep going. We are just so spoiled by the company. And even though it's so big, you always feel like family by the time you leave. A quick intro of who I am. Ben did a very good job, but I'm Katie Hofstetter. I'm a platinum leader out of Maryland. My husband, Kyle, and I have been married for 7 years next month, and we have 2 girls, ages 1.5 and 3.5. I've been a part of Young Living for just about 3.5 years, and I've earned incentive trips to Bora Bora and Hawaii, and then silver, gold, and platinum retreats. My husband and I will go to platinum next year. And after just experiencing gold, I'm so giddy to get to platinum and experience both the farm and the academy in Ecuador. So as you probably tell, I have been relatively successful with this company, and it's given me the opportunity to leave my nursing job and be home full-time with my kids, which is something I will never, ever, ever take for granted. I found this company when our oldest daughter was just 2 months old, and we had just found out that my husband's cancer came back. He has a really rare type of liver cancer. It's called fibrolamellar carcinoma. And in my research to lead a more anti-cancer life, I kept reading about getting rid of unnecessary toxins in your home, which is enter Young Living. It's been my easy button for non-toxic products, and it really is so easy to share about. It's a company that makes my life better and easier. So it comes very naturally to share about it. I am somebody that got started sharing, like the day I received my first starter bundle, I got on my Instagram stories, which I have a following now, but at that point I did not. But basically told people, hey, this is what I ordered. I'm going to start using Young Living to detox the rest of the products in my home. It was basically like an introduction to this journey I was starting, and gave everyone the heads up that this was something that they could be expecting from me moving forward. I know I've had success in this company because of the way I've been consistent. But when I say consistent, I think that can be a very broad term. So today I want to break down the various areas in which I am consistent to continue to see the success I do every month with this company. So first up is consistency and sharing. Network marketing historically can get a bad rap because of the way people tend to jump from one company to another. So as an outsider that may be watching this happening, it's always makes somebody question the authenticity with the products. So let's say Sally down the street was sharing this company, and one day she starts talking about a different company, like 2 months later. You're like, what happened? What made her change her mind? Which product truly is the best? You never want to have your audience questioning where your loyalty is. So for me, it's very obvious that my loyalty has always been with Young Living, and my audience knows that. So you want to stay consistent in your sharing in that matter. Another aspect of consistency is letting people know that you are their oily person. So I'm a leader. I have a lot of local brand partners, and there are some crossover in audience that we, kind of like advertise to. So sometimes I'll notice that somebody will sign up with me rather than one of my brand partners. And the only way I can explain that is by saying, like, who would you rather sign up with? Do you want to sign up with a person that's consistent in sharing and see success in this business? Or do you want to sign up with a person who maybe shares once a month? So I would always go with a consistent person, because that's a safe bet, right? Like if somebody wants to maybe pursue the business down the line after buying the products, they want to be aligned with somebody who is working the business consistently and sharing the products consistently. Next, I'm going to talk about consistency, and education. So it's very easy to get into your routine of sharing your top 5 products. And that is something we talk about a lot. But you want to continue to educate your network, educate your customers on new products, and then also give opportunity to kind of hit a nerve with future customers. So an example of this is I recently started sharing about Progestins Plus and EndoFlex to support my hormones. I never really had an issue with hormones until after the birth of my second daughter, and everything kind of went wacko after that. So when I talked about that on Instagram, I got a few recommendations to start using these oils. It was one of those things, again, I kind of brought people on the journey. I was like, this is my problem. These are some answers that I've received. So I mentioned that I was going to start them. And then a month later, I was able to give a testimony to them, and that hit a nerve with more people than I imagined it would have. I created a hormones bundle with the wish list feature on our page. And that week, after consistently sharing about how these products helped me, I enrolled like 20 people that week just with hormones oils. And that is something that I was not an expert on, but it was one of those, like, I'm able to tell this story of what happened when I started using them versus just like, throwing up a graphic being like, oh yeah, Young Living has these products too. It's really, we talked about this at Gold Retreat. It's really like sharing a story rather than just sharing about the product. So while I am a very consistent sharer of how much I love the Thieves cleaning line and, diffusing oils and just like getting rid of candles in that matter, I was able to talk about this story of using these certain oils, and it hit a nerve with a lot of people. So it's consistently, kind of like turning the wheel on different products that people could try. Another thing is consistent education. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, keeping in touch with my current customers. So I am a high enroller. I have a team of close to 2,500 now. So a system that I use, I have Project Broadcast, which is kind of like a massive text app. I'm going to say if you have a smaller team, this is not a necessary purchase. It is like cost money to do that. But this is my full-time business, so I'm able to invest a little bit more into it. So I send text and education to my current customers. I have an intro text. I have a check-in text to make sure they receive their products, text with links to our Facebook pages, a text if a loyalty order doesn't process, so on and so forth. So this allows me continued communication and check-ins with my customers, which lets them know they're more than a number in my organization, and also allows me to continue to educate and support them throughout their journey with Young Living. So it's not like, they make their first starter bundle purchase and then they're on their own. They know that I'm always a consistent source of support for them. This next one I always like talking about, because the next is consistency in growing your network. So we are in network marketing. So we have to network and we have to market. And I think that's something that people always overlook. So you could share every day online, the same people, but eventually those same people are going to you're going to run out of prospects. Your prospect list is going to run out if you don't continue to grow your network. So when I started this business, I talked about this before, but I had about 1,600 followers on Instagram. And today I'm creeping in on 50,000. And that has been over the course of the last 3.5 years. If you want to follow along, my Instagram is Home Sweet Hoff, just one F at the end. So I am not an Instagram coach. I don't claim to be, but I do know that I have continued to grow my audience through Reels. If Reels go viral, they can really help your audience, connecting and tagging with businesses, both local and worldwide, tagging content creators I love if you get reposted, and then just overall creating more connections in the online space. I am somebody that primarily enrolls online, but if that isn't you, you have to figure out how to network in person with even more people. So that could be hosting in-person parties and then offering host incentives to, line up your next party, to try to get into more homes. That could be pop-ups at local businesses or farmers markets. This is a business that truly requires you to network. And if that's something you haven't been prioritizing, you need to start now. That's a conversation we have a lot with our brand partners, and being like, I feel stuck. And that's usually because they haven't grown their network or tried to expand into a new network. Next is consistency as a brand partner and leader. I pride myself on being available for my brand partners and providing them education and resources to help grow their businesses. And I always say, well, you take full control of your business. I know that I set an example for my brand partners and take that very seriously. Consistency for me is showing up, and we have a group text. We use Telegram, which is like our group. It's kind of like iMessage, but it's in an app. So it's kind of separated from your normal texting. We have Telegram that I connect everyone that's a brand partner to, because it allows, it's kind of like twofold. Everybody gets to create like connections with other brand partners in my downline. B, if they're new, I always like to say there are never any dumb questions, because if somebody has a question, most likely somebody else has that same question, but is afraid to ask it. So it just creates these connections and community within my team. And then just keeping everybody in the loop about what's going on. It also kind of takes a little bit of pressure off of me, rather than being the direct person for all of my brand partners, which I do have a lot. We can all like learn and grow in one space together. So our Telegram, we also host Monday night business calls every Monday. Besides, maybe not today. I'm going to tell everybody to watch this call for tonight's call. But every Monday night at 8:30 for the past 2+ years, we have been doing business calls. And it's just, we can sometimes have 5 people on them, or we can have up to 40 people on them. And regardless of who shows up, we are always there and always willing to learn and grow together. And then what is my other one? We started doing 3-on-1. So I run our team with 2 other platinum leaders, Kelly Hopton-Jones and Emily Lautzenheiser, and we do 3-on-1 calls with our brand partners. So we'll send a Excel spreadsheet every week with time slots. We do Wednesdays and we alternate days and nights. And we started doing 3-on-1 calls with our brand partners again. I love doing that for people who are brand new in the business, who just want to like get with us face to face, and we can kind of talk through the basics and how to get started and how to start sharing, tell them about how this business has changed our lives, and then kind of see, we always like to ask me, what are your goals for this business? Because there are going to be different goals for each person. Some people, they just are like, I love these products. When somebody asks me about them, I want to be able to give them a link and make a couple bucks here or there, cover my loyalty order. And then some people are like, I want to quit my job in however many years, and these are the ranks I need to hit. And we're like, okay, that's the best. And we'll help you do that too. So that is, as a brand partner and leader, I think that's something that people can get away from. Especially as a high-end roller, you can be like, well, I keep bringing all these people in, but like, I don't know, my business just feels like it's still stuck. And that's usually because you're not pouring into the people you already have. You're just focusing on the people you want to bring in. So whenever I feel stuck in my business, I love to look down and try to like mentor and support my brand partners that I already have and get them to where they want to be. We also have a Facebook page. So we post daily tips and tricks in our customer page. And then we have a business page too, which we have a business mentorship that we plug all of our brand partners into. And again, just another sense of support and education there. And then the last thing I'm going to touch on in consistency is getting outside of your comfort zone. And when I started this business, I promised myself I would say yes to every opportunity that presented itself. So that was hosting my first Intro to Oil Zoom. And that was hosting my first Win the Week call. That was speaking on stage at Silver Retreat. That was saying yes to doing a pop-up at a local business. I am not a naturally born public speaker. I am a prior nurse who tends to get beet red when I have to talk to anyone more than 2 people. And now I host Zoom calls every week and I do things like this. And while I'm still nervous, I've gotten a lot better. And I always say, like, this company has required me to grow in aspects of my life that nursing never would have done. And for that alone, I am so grateful. I can tell you that the personal growth this company has allowed me to receive is one of the greatest takeaways of my entire experience. And I always say, like, if I ever, I'm young living forever, but if I ever had to go back to get another job, I would never go back to nursing. I would go into sales, or I would go into anything else, just because I feel like I have these traits now and strengths that I didn't have in the past. And that's really exciting to say. Just a lot more tools than I used to have. I'm really proud of what this business has done for me, and just even my family, my extended family. I think everyone's very proud of where I've come from saying yes to this business. That is a wrap on what consistency in my business looks like. And I hope you all took something from that today, whether it was just like kind of like a gut check. I like to give gut checks to people, or just reassurance that You're doing all of the right things. It is always an honor to be asked to host a call, especially with Mary and Ben this week. And I thank you all for giving me the opportunity to share a little bit more about my story. I hope you have a good end of the month, and I will see you guys next time. Go back to Ben and Mary.
You're awesome. So I just read this comment. There's so many great comments. So hopefully you'll get a chance to go through and read these. But Denise Parker says, this business has pushed me and grown me in ways I've never imagined. Love the personal growth aspect. Girl, you're speaking to my heart today. I love that. And then I also saw Kim Hall said, you inspire me. Thank you for clarifying what consistency is. Sometimes it's nice to know what consistency looks like. And Katie, what an incredible journey we're having together. I mean, it's just, this is what Young Living's all about. And seeing what you've been through in your personal life, what you're doing in your business, and the way you're developing and growing as a leader and a person, it inspires all of us. And we're just so grateful for you, for your insights today, for you sharing, but most of all, the way you're showing up just in your life and in our business and showing us a better way and how to be better ourselves because of what you're doing.
Yeah, you're a great example. I just hope you don't have any reason why you would go somewhere else and do something else. No, I mean, you speak it so well. I would love to have you as an upline. I think back to my days, and you really have to love people to be in this business.
Yeah,
you really do, because people are demanding, people want to know, people want help, and it's fun to see people grow and progress. I just love what you're doing, Katie. You speak it right to my heart.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you do.
And you're doing so well. And look, we all have our own path to walk, and all of them are unique and special in their own way, but we can learn from one another. And I'm looking at what Katie's doing. There's a lot of wisdom and a lot of good there.
Pretty
so
exciting.
Yeah. Super, super grateful to Katie and so many of our leaders. As I mentioned to Mary before, I'm just shocked at the quality of gold leadership we have in our company and everywhere. I'm amazed at executive leaders, senior star leaders. So many of you are doing really great work. And I said this at the Gold Retreat, but every diamond we have in this company was once a gold. And they were once a senior star. They were once in your shoes, wherever you're at.
They were once wondering if they should even join.
That's right. Many of them, it's funny because we had lots of speakers, and I heard from many of you who said, I wasn't going to do the business. I wanted to try the oils. I had no interest in the business. And then, of course, these people are platinums and diamonds and have been incredibly successful. So anyway, we all have our own path. We celebrate each and every one of yours. We're so grateful for you being here. It's the end of the month, and that means obviously the busy last couple of days. We're thinking of all of you as you get across the line. If you haven't yet achieved your consistency goal for this month, that's just enrolling 2, you can do it. Set that goal and get there. It's just, you have a couple of days and you can do it. We know you can do that. It's a great thing to do. Consistency, one of the things that looks like is every single month, setting a goal to say, who can I help this month? Who can I bring in? Who can I share oils with? Who can I help experience this community? Who can I bless with the abundance that this company can create for them in their lives? That's what Young Living is all about. So let's find people to do that for this month. If you've not yet done that, make sure to get there. Let's end with energy and with excitement. Next week is Labor Day. So Monday, we're not going to see you. We will see you on Tuesday. So plan to join us next week, Tuesday, the same time as always. We hope you have a great long weekend. We're thinking of all of you, especially as you're wrapping up your August. Mary, it's great to end the month with you.
It's great to end the month with you. I can't believe we're ending the month.
I know.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I said, time flies when you're having fun, and we must be having a lot of fun because it's flying so fast.
Well, we have a lot of laughter in the office nowadays.
That we do. And if you're not having fun in your business, you're not doing it right. It's meant to be fun. This business is joyful. And we have joy sharing it with you, and we have joy when we see you sharing it with others. So keep sharing, keep doing great work. Let's have a great end of this month and see you next Tuesday, same time as always. Thanks for all you're doing. You're the best part of Young Living. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye. Thank you.